I'm Daniel Clifford and I'm one of the lead designers at Urban Art Projects. My background is in sculpture and in blown glass as well. So I did that for a number of years, ran my own practice, and after a while it was time to stretch my legs and move out of New Zealand and find something bigger. And of course I ended up here in Brisbane with Urban Art Projects, specifically because they work with constructing and designing site-specific sculpture with large, important artists worldwide. It's a really interesting role doing workshops with people from various areas, and this one was particularly interesting because it was pulling together a number of groups within the Pilbara region. So it was really important to get equity across this project from a number of different language groups. We sat with each of the artists, and involved in the workshop there were approximately 16 artists, and as I say, across several language groups, and we talked to them about how the project would run. And through the course of several days we explored their concepts and ideas around the curatorial concept of waterholes and rest areas, and develop those drawings to make them practical solutions to creating a shelter design. And then we start very, very loosely in terms of thinking about, for example, in this specific project, we start thinking about what shelter is, what shelter provides, what is specific to the Pilbara area. So we'll start very loosely drawing, generating words, all kinds of things, and that drawing can be painting, drawing with pens, whatever they like to do. So by day 2 we are able to pull back on the drawings and single out a number of them in which to develop. And from there we created a stencil which gave us the overall form of the shelter and the space that they were to work within. So they had a canvas essentially. We actually also do a number of stencil cutting as well. So for example, we might get to a stage where we can see that the design is working visually, and then what we'll do is we'll start cutting out areas. In this project it was a laser cut outcome, so it was important for us to show the artists as a skill building exercise as well what we need to do in order to make this a successful outcome. They get an understanding of how the material needs to hold together rather than it just being a loose drawing on paper. So it's quite a shift in thinking from a drawing into a three-dimensional space.